All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Attack on Titan, Season 3, Episode 15.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
All right.
So, Reiner, he's been deeply penetrated.
Yes, multiple times.
Not in the way he likes, but it is still from the back.
And not by the people that he might have wanted it to be. But
he's like,
yeah.
Beast Titan, they came from behind.
Basically.
I mean, for real. Thunder Spears, super strong.
Yep, armor piercing. There you go.
Might have the top half of his body blown off, but the thing is, he still might be okay.
The whole consciousness transferring thing is a little bit...
And the whole Titan regeneration thing.
Yeah.
So y'all, like, this is nuts. This is absolutely
just
nuts.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I've told you my theories about where I think Bertolt is.
Yes.
I am curious to see what the Beast Titan's move is going to be now that we're kind of a little bit of the ways into the battle, and he saw Reiner crest the wall, but then jump back in.
Oh,
And so from the Beast Titan's perspective,
would he be able to be like, given that he did that, he would only have done that if, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Right, exactly. How smart is he? I would assume he's very smart, like kind of Irwin level, but it's a question as to what will then be his next action. So the battle continues.
It does indeed.
So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. As usual, I am not going to be watching the OP until Jacob says it's clear to go.
Yep,
so without further ado, y'all, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Now, I have to ask, Jacob, you know, the music for this OP is kind of reminiscent of other, you know, OPs and stuff in some way. But how would you rate this OP so far? You know, like, don't think about the spoiler stuff, but like in regards to the other OPs of Attack on Titan.
I mean, the visuals, like, can't be ignored. They are absolutely fantastic. And the song is great. It feels kind of like a blend of the first opening of Season 1 and the opening of Season 2.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a good thing, because, like, I mean, those openings, wow.
Yeah. I still feel like, just from the sound alone, it's not in my top 3 openings,
yeah, it's
though.
like, yeah.
Like, it's either...
Yeah, it seems like they're wanting to do the, like... deliver on the Attack on Titan sound for the opening,
right?
You know, so it's kind of not very distinctive,
right? It feels also a little bit too chaotic, you know.
Yes.
Which maybe that's just a kind of a representation of what this arc of the story is. It's just chaos.
And you can open now.
Okay. Basamento. Descent. It's a good game. It's a good game. Depends
too.
Well, it depends on which Descent you're talking about here, but yes. Whoa, flashback. Hey, ooh, hey, ooh, hey, ooh, hey, ooh. Oh, dang, cool. Nice. Yeah, that's true. Whoa, so that was why they had to kill Marco.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So who did it? We gotta kill him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Marco. I think Bertolt's gonna have to do it because Reiner is still, you know, dealing with his whole soldier warrior thing. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. Jeez. Oh, poor Marco.
Yeah.
So they feed him to a Titan, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Because they can't have it be done by swords, because then there'll be an investigation, and yeah. To this evil race. Whoa. Whoa. Filthy race. What the hell? Oh, that's horrifying. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah. Because who knows if he would have said anything? Like, maybe they could have convinced him. You know, maybe they could have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Because now he snaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So that was it.
Yep.
That was the beginning. Oh, hey, Dio. Okay. Whoa.
Do I need to kick your ass again, Reiner?
Oh, dang. Whoa. Cursed history. We have filthy race, cursed history, and like disgusting race or something. This is awesome. Whoa. 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 Okay, so it is a it is a human. Oh. Beast Titan transforms.
That sunrise really is gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, so when do they split up? Which side of the wall does Bertolt go down on? Yeah. Oh. Oh. Wow. Well, this is awkward. Whoa.
Coco there.
Yeah. We're doing this now.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Whoa, the music is sad. Are they both gonna die here? Yeah, see, they're trying to... Yeah. They're on opposite ends of the wall.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Did they actually do it though? Yeah, they think they killed their... Yeah. Are y'all double tapping? Please tell me y'all are double tapping. If you really want to kill him. Jeez. Oh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I knew he couldn't be dead here. Oh my gosh. Oh. Or is that his dying breath? Oh! Yep, here he is! Here he is! Oh my god! Oh my god, I got it! Oh! Oh boy! I've heard it before, yes. Oh my gosh! Run! Run! Do it!
Oh boy.
Outside culture that contains electric. What? Okay. Crap! Yep. Run! Oh my god, I can't wait to see this. I cannot wait to see this. Yeah, it's going to make a huge explosion. Oh my god! Is he gonna hesitate? Oh! He's not doing it! What? Oh, Bertolt's dead now. Oh, he is alive. Oh my god. Whoa, so he's in the Titan. He's in the Titan. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, okay. Nice, these two. Yeah. Oh my god! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh! Whoa! He's doing it again! Mm-hmm. Whoa. Oh. Oh, crap. No, this is good. Yep, yep, yep. Oh. Mikasa's like ready to go. And he doesn't need it anymore. He's resolved. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Oh, okay. Why? Oh! Jeez! Oh! Oh my god! Woo! Let's go! Let's get him! Oh my gosh! Wow. Oh no, here comes Bertolt. Yep. Wait. Oh, wow. I love this music too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! 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 Oh, is he gonna do it? Oh! Crap! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! And that's just the transformation explosion.
Yeah.
Then there's the actual landing.
Well, that was the landing.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know. Just the heat alone. Jeez. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Going back to this music. Ooh.
Oh no, this is.
But it's like a reprisal.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why he flipped over.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, Colossal Titan 3D notwithstanding, but wow. Jeez. Let's do this. Oh. Crap. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We need to distract him at the very least with Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Na, na, oh my god,
That's
what a shot!
That is a shot.
Yeah. What is your move? Nice. His little human gimmick, you know?
Yeah.
Little like
Wow.
the ears. Oh my god.
Was,
what the hell?
Okay.
Dang.
I figured they would end this episode with that, but I wasn't sure how they were gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
Cause
oh my
I might be wrong because it's a long time since this part of the manga.
Wow.
But as far as I remember, in the manga, it just went straight from barrel throwing to boom.
Really?
Yeah. It was just, where's Bertolt? Wait, what's that?
Whoa. So they switched it up?
Yeah, and they've done that before. Like in the final fight with Annie, they added some things like Aaron getting trapped under the rocks. That was all new, you know, and things like that.
Okay, gotcha.
But wow. Okay.
Dang. I really thought I called it though. Like,
yeah,
so
you did.
So I did, but it was like something that they didn't do.
Yeah,
in
I almost wonder if that was
version.
also just for the manga fans, so that way they could be like, wait, what? Like, wait, hold on a second. Like,
dang. Okay. Well, here we go. We have Bertolt basically resolving to disconnect the separation that needs to be made between
Yep. You're my comrades, and I also am going to kill you.
I'm also going to kill you. Yeah. Also, a really cool thing I noticed in the part where they were all doing their thing about joining the scouts, you have Annie in the background walking backwards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. Oh my god, what an episode, y'all.
Wow.
This is episode 3 of the second half, and Bertolt has made his move. We got further details surrounding the whole Marco incident that happened back in Trost.
Yes.
Now, one of the things I liked about them going back into that is that there were probably some people that were confused when they did the reveal in season
2.
In season 2, yeah.
Right, because they hit all the high points, but it was a very fast thing that like I feel like even as a manga reader, I still had to watch it like more than once in order to fully like get it, get the impact of it. But then I really liked how they handled it. But this extra
the
here
main thing I think
helpful.
that because I basically determined most of everything that they showed us here, except for kind of the linear progression of events. Meaning, like, what was the details that happened before, leading up to, and afterwards, this whole thing. The main thing that I'd say was explicitly detailed was Reiner broke at this moment.
Right. Yeah.
Reiner specifically snapped here. Now, it's not saying that he had no problems prior, but it was basically that he had been ragged a little bit by living amongst them for so long.
Right.
But it was this was the final thread of the string that was his sanity that snapped here when he had to order and hold down basically one of his own while he's screaming and begging for mercy and have them killed. Yeah. And then when he sees them being, killed here, he's like such a duty-bound kind of, soldier, kind of good boy individual that he's been playing the part of. That part of him can't reconcile with what he just did, so he splits. And we see him prior to this giving some of the most nasty speech.
Oh, yeah.
Insinuating some kind of xenophobic warfare that's going on. Where I'm not even like really sure how to take this, but he called the people an evil race. Like here's something that's a little bit disconcerting about that. So there's obviously other people outside the walls, right?
Sure.
But the thing is that they have their own language, their own kind of, way of doing things and such. But the way they're making this seem to be is that there's actually some kind of separation with regards to actual, like, race, ethnicity and stuff. So they brought up back a while ago the whole idea of bloodlines with the king, Historia, and then we have not only them, but we have the whole thing with Mikasa and the Ackermans.
Sure.
So is there some kind of like old conflict here with different races being involved, and there's being some kind of discriminatory type hatred towards another, like, lesser race or something? And it's like, whoa, like, okay.
Certainly seems that way.
Yeah, and it's something that they reiterated over and over again this episode. Reiner calls them a filthy race at later points. And that might not have been Reiner. No,
that was Reiner.
That was Reiner. What the Beast Titan said was going to end this cursed history. And basically making it seem that there was maybe on some level some kind of evil done maybe in this conflict overall, or maybe by both sides, and they're basically doing their part to clean up basically the memory, if you will, because the king and all that of this basically horrific part of humanity's story. Like,
sure,
like there's so many things that be going there. And then they also brought back the whole season 2 Spawn of the Devil thing that Bertolt blurted out, which now makes way more sense,
because like and I didn't even realize this until they actually brought it back up. I thought that was just him, voicing his utter
absolute
vehement
frustration,
hatred of Armin in that moment.
But no, what we can logically, I would say, presume here is that it's actually how he truly feels about all of them. While he loves them as comrades, he cannot deny how he sees them.
Right.
Now, what's interesting here is that Bertolt then clarifies in this wonderful conversation with Armin regarding...
Anime original.
Oh, it is?
I believe.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That, hey, you guys haven't done anything wrong. It's like, well, wait a minute. Are they spawns of the devil, or are they, part of an evil race? What I think he's insinuating here is like, yeah.
Like, you the 104th, haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, you guys are fine. You guys aren't tainted with, bad blood, if you will. but it's something where, you could.
Right, you could. Or you're just on the wrong side of the tracks,
Hey, that doesn't sound like just a wrong side of the tracks to me. That was no, you're all gonna die.
Oh yeah. No, right. But yeah. it's a but unfortunately you're on the wrong side of the tracks. Even though I know you guys haven't done anything wrong.
There was no unfortunately, though.
Well, yeah.
It seemed like more, if anything, he had his unfortunately a while back.
Sure.
And he was like...
And now he's like, okay, this is it.
He's like, no,
here it goes.
No, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. I'm resolving to kill them all. Which means on some level, it's sad, but at least one of them, potentially both of them, are definitely going to die here then. Because
Reiner or Bertolt?
Yeah, they gave extra backstory. They humanized, in a lot of ways, both of them by showcasing not just the time that they spent and the horrible things that they did, but the fact that this broke them.
Right.
There was a time when they were different. And Reiner actually kind of giving that, what I would call kind of obvious, death flag kind of talk on the wall when they were walking there.
We won't always be together kind of a thing. We'll be in separate areas, but it's kind of one of those we won't always be together type things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they also gave the whole, Reiner, if you don't, do your duty or whatever, we're going to give your armor to another warrior, which,
as from what we know so far of how
that works, that tells us some very interesting things about how things work out there. There's some very interesting things. Jacob, I could go for maybe 2 hours just on dissecting these kinds of conversations for potential world building about outside stuff there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's now go into the actual plot of this episode.
Right. It was very straightforward. Not a lot happened. And that makes sense because when I was thinking about it,
it was a flashback episode.
It was a flashback episode that basically ends on the thing of, because why wouldn't they end on nuclear Bertolt? But
good grief.
Yeah. And you used to say that, the Colossal Titan can't really do much. You were saying that I think in season 2.
I did say that. And I still think it's not that he can't do that much. It's just that you can just kind of avoid him.
The thing is, it's okay. In the way I think of it is in Age of Empires, right? Siege weapons infantry might be able to dance all around siege weapons.
Yeah, but this is a war elephant with an onager on the back of it.
Exactly.
This is different than that. But the thing is that you can still take pikemen and micro them and insta-kill a war elephant with an onager on the back of it.
Yeah, but
it would be terrifying.
But if the war elephant also regained hit points and stuff, and
20 per second,
20% the swords to the colossal, how does that work?
If you think
the physics of it,
right? If you think the Colossal Titan could do anything to Mikasa, though.
Oh no! I'm just it's just the thing of but how? It's kind of with the Turkey Titan. How would they actually hurt it?
Eren.
Well, right, yeah.
It's actually kind of obvious what they have to do here.
Yeah,
I'll make a prediction once we're done with the plot stuff here, but it's something where it's almost sad right now because Bertolt is most definitely going to die because he transformed. It's kind of sad, but it's
just because you don't think he'll have anything else to do.
Well, no, because Reiner's not here to protect him.
Oh, Reiner's busy regenerating his brain.
Right. which is going to take a long time in terms of combat. If combat in a round is every 6 seconds, Reiner's going to be regenerating for 100 rounds, you know? Like, that's not a long time in terms of, like, life, but it's a very long time in terms of combat.
Sure.
So the plot, we get this whole detailed stuff with Marco and everything like that. Marco, it's something of where, if you remember back in the early days of Attack on Titan Season 1, the memes of Marco were real.
50% off.
Yep. And now we're back here having to relive this pain, and it's something where you realize in a lot of ways that Marco didn't really have that much of a character in Season 1. That was kind of why I think he got memed. Like, he had his kind of sweet moments with Jean.
Freckled Jesus died for our sins.
He did, though. And the thing is that you almost feel in more ways for the fact that Reiner and them, and Annie especially, in that, like, really dark moment, were forced to do this because they are child soldiers. And we still have not met their commanding officers.
Although we've had a conversation with their war chief.
Well,
outside of the Beast Titan. So.
Yeah, I still don't think that Mr. War Chief Beast Titan is to be as interpreted as a commanding officer. If anything, he seems more like a specialist that's just out there. And they
he's certainly giving orders,
like,
okay. But...
Right, totally. He definitely outranks them just on experience alone. But he has this kind of like, oh, you're the front line out there, Titan. Like, you're the like the way, remember in Season 2 when they looked at him like, oh my god, it's actually him. Like, we've heard tales about you. It's more like, you're the Titan that's been out here for a very long time.
It's that whole longer hair, like, you know, implying wisdom kind of a thing.
Exactly.
And not only does he have the long hair, he has the beard.
Oh, yeah. And he has Dio's voice.
Yeah.
Yes, you know I am Dio, so you must treat me with respect. But anyway, so jokes aside, we get a cool conversation between the Beast Titan and Reiner and Bertolt. And they have an agreement that they've made. He also brings out the logical fallacies of them torturing Annie without a Titan nearby.
Right.
That's stupid. Why would they even, like, there's no drug, there's no anything in the world that could stop Annie from transforming if they were bringing her enormous amounts of pain.
There's those convenient sleep darts in Season 3, in the first half of Season 3. Also not in the manga, but, you know.
See, I don't even remember those being a thing, so it must not have been that important.
But,
so I like that kind of helps Bertolt in some ways kind of go, oh, so that ties in a little bit to his resolving to do the what must be done later. Now, I totally called it. But I don't think it was really that.
I feel like with the way
they made it kind of obvious that he was at least in one of the objects on the on the thing,
like
there,
with the way
with
the way the anime is going. Like, I feel like maybe because, you know, the manga in some situations moves very quickly, you know, because it's all panels and stuff, right? So they won't do as much foreshadowing of like, oh, Bertolt
zoom in on thing out of context,
or Bertolt is in this thing with a bunch of holes, you know. It's just like, where's Bertolt? Boom, you know, there's Bertolt, you know.
So it was probably handled a little bit better in the manga.
Well, or at least it's the idea that, like, with the anime, it seems like the kind of things like they build up to things so that when the reveal happens, if you're really thinking about it, you could predict it, like, before it's happening, and as it gets closer, it's more likely, you know. That way you're not completely, like, sidelined by things.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was the Backpack Titan that spoke.
Yeah. So we now know that is definitely a human with a Titan's form. Because as far as we know, there's no reason why a regular Titan should be able to speak. Like,
although, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Although in the OVA with Ilsa's notebook, there was a Titan that
true.
did speak.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So maybe on some level it's also a thing of like regarding the Titans like closeness to humanity, maybe how like
potentially
how old the Titan is, maybe if a Titan like lasts long enough, it will slowly start to regain parts of its humanity.
Hence the whole aesthetic of the Beast Titan with being old and like, you know, being intelligent and talking and, you know, all this stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, that could make sense, meaning that the longer the Titan has been a Titan, the more chance of that happening. But then you have Ymir, so I don't know, maybe it'd have to be a really long time then.
Yeah.
But then that brings up the whole other thing with this conflict potentially being something that goes down to like a xenophobic level, where it's like this isn't just a war for conquest or the purpose of gathering resources like the coordinate. It's no, we have intense like hatred of your yeah. This is a war of extermination on a level that's not just of the hey, let's get our target, you know, and then just like get out. So but okay, plot. We get Armin thinking of a plan. Bertolt is thrown. Bertolt sees Reiner and jumps out of the barrel, then goes down to basically be like, oh my god,
okay?
Are you alive? Are you alive? On some level, that's him essentially. I would say like if you were saying that in the manga he did blow up there, that was him essentially.
I believe so. It was a long time ago, but
that's him essentially breaking orders. Then he's essentially like risking taking the initiative, thinking for himself. In the same way that Reiner kind of told him to do. Like you know, you don't have to wait for a signal. Just think for yourself. He did still wait for a signal.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he would have been like, do it now when he's in a barrel.
Well, and
since it seems like the Beast Titan was the only one making the decisions there. So I see that as kind of a little bit of a, I didn't think about that.
He just pokes his head out. All right,
hey, I'm ready.
Yeah.
He's just like,
I think we've waited long enough.
Can you hear me? I said I'm ready. Beast Titan's like, I heard something.
He just pushes the top of the barrel back down. He's like, shh.
In chess, the pawns go first.
And then you have the bishop that comes out of nowhere.
The sudden bishop on the fianchettoed back corner. Not all the way in the back corner. It's got to be fianchettoed, absolutely. And we are men of culture here. We fianchetto our bishops
naturally
in this business. All right, so Bertolt talks to Armin, and what's really cool about this is they get that opportunity to have diplomacy here. But on some level, I'm kind of like feeling this for Armin, because Armin's whole kind of character progression, I would say, has been one of having confidence, you know, and having belief in himself in order to do these things.
Being decisive and
And this was an example of where he took the initiative. And in some ways potentially lost their chance in order to take out Bertolt while he was distraught by the whole thing of Reiner being knocked out of commission there. So it failing is something where Armin doesn't need to have a W just to, you know, get things better for his character and stuff. But I would like maybe on some level to have him pull an Irwin and sacrifice not like any of the characters, but maybe they sacrifice the basement for the good of this battle. Like, think about it this way.
Gotcha.
Think about it this way. There's a couple things that can be sacrificed. One, Shiganshina, like this whole place.
Other than the fact that the basement's here and it's like, okay.
Right, but they don't know about that. At least I don't.
Right. But like theoretically, if they just, you know, if Bertolt just destroyed leveled the entire place.
But if they think about this as a battle of attrition, right? We'll just leave him.
Except then they established, oh wait, no, we can't do that.
Well, they can't do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is leave everything but like the bare minimum. And let's go hard at the Beast Titan. Basically, Armin asking others to put their trust in him and maybe Aaron's ability to handle Bertolt.
Sure.
And they basically just kite him constantly around. They get up on the walls. Like, on some level, I think that there's a reason why the Colossal Titan didn't kick in the walls specifically, but kicked in the gates, now that we know that Titans are in there.
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely.
So you can kind of use the walls as kind of a...
Oh,
hey, you can't come over here.
Right, you can't cause too much destruction over here, because then you
might wake up a bunch of Titans, and who knows what'll happen to them there, because remember what happened the last time you encountered a horde of Titans.
Remember who has the coordinate.
Yeah, remember who has the coordinate, yeah. So there's a very real possibility that, like, this is how crazy things could get, Jacob, but they could even try to use the coordinate here and egg Bertolt into breaking the walls and be like,
oh,
hey, go. And then suddenly, like, big Titans come out.
That would be
and it just becomes a kaiju battle of just madness. And Aaron's like commanding them with Armin on his shoulder.
Doing a Lelouch point.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron the Jaeger commands you.
Right.
Tear Bertolt limb from limb.
but like, can you imagine the badassery of the Colossal Titan just getting slowly but surely taken down by big wall-sized Titans?
That'd be like end of Ava battle.
I know. And that would be them sacrificing the potential thing of getting to the basement, because this whole place would be leveled with just craziness.
Yeah.
But the knowledge that on some level these Titans and their corpses and all that would disappear after they've been destroyed. Maybe there would be some remnants that they could find, and if they have assumed infinite amount of time in order to explore this area, they could bring in more people later. They could dig everything up and see what they find.
See if there's anything left.
Yeah, see if there's anything left. And I would assume there'd be something left, and it would be kind of an Attack on Titan kind of bait of like a half of a clue, like a small, like, specific thing, like a journal that's got like half its pages burnt or something like that.
Gotcha.
Or like, just I don't know, something like that. But yeah, then send everyone else to go kick the Beast Titan's ass, like absolutely destroy it. You got the god and goddess of death, the Ackermans going from like
just
both
twin
angles,
blades.
Flanking attack from both sides. Oh, he would be just like, I think I'm gonna have to do something here.
I may be Dio, but time to use the Joestar secret technique.
Runs.
And then Erwin's just like, yada yada does it.
I'm just saying that, like, we haven't seen the Beast Titan move yet, so that's if everything goes well for our protagonists and stuff. But if the Beast Titan still has some tricks up his sleeve. I mean, the Backpack Titan has a bunch of other boxes and another barrel there. Why is there another barrel there? Like, that's actually like one of the most concerning things now, just because we have Bertolt there. What's in the box? I've already said this, already made that joke, but like, y'all, this is nuts. And that's just the plot. I haven't really said anything about... Well, there were some predictions there, but I haven't even said anything about the whole potential world-building craziness and stuff. Now, you obviously can't say anything, but I would love to engage with you a little bit in this discussion before I go into more theory stuff here.
One of the things that does make this a little bit easier is that because of the way they have been doing things, they've been doing things so that basically putting in more foreshadowing, and a lot of that could be just because they have a better idea of what's happening, because with the manga, say, if it's if you don't necessarily know at all points what's going to be happening and you're making it as you go, kind of a thing, then it can be harder to put foreshadowing in there, right? Naturally.
It's kind of like what they did in JoJo's with like foreshadowing things about the
sure. Yeah, exactly.
It's basically the production people being like, okay, let's add in more things to make things feel a little bit more connected, or maybe a little bit more obvious. Okay.
Yeah, like the references, a lot of the references that are made to like the whole idea of like, where we come from and stuff, that was kept a lot more vague in the manga.
Gotcha.
Like the whole thing with like Ymir's backstory, that ended up coming in way later, so like,
gotcha.
So like in the manga there was no like definitive like, oh okay, there are humans out somewhere else, you know. It was just they mentioned their hometown, like, you know, like their where they come from, you know, a couple times, and that's it.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. I feel like they're using this to basically make things more character centric.
Sure.
Because they're in the Attack on Titan manga, there are a lot of awesome character moments because they have more time, right?
Okay.
A lot of those were put though in like places of kind of filler, because it's like, hey, when you don't necessarily know what you want to do plot wise, having character interactions, like that's something that you can just do.
Okay.
You don't have to like write around it, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
And here, putting that bit of the flashback with showing Marco's whole situation, I thought that was fantastic. Showing the pain of realizing we have to do this, and like Annie freaking out as she's like, oh my god, you know, and taking off his maneuver gear.
That
it's
was
like,
so crazy.
That's heavy stuff, because sometimes I feel like because Eren is a Titan shifter, you know, and they've started to like unpack things, and things have actually started going kind of well for humanity, all things considered. Like, it's easy to forget where things were at the beginning, where it's like, no, this was horror, nothing ever went well, and it was just, you know,
and poor Marco just had to have everything go very badly.
Right. And he was the one optimistic person, you know, and being like, wait a minute, we're not even gonna like try and talk this out. Like that he still, you know, believed that maybe they could have talked it out, you know, even though it's like like he's probably the only person
that would have thought
that. Yeah.
If Jean had like come upon them and he'd been like, oi, 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 he would have had this kind of like almost Eren response of like, huh, you're kidding, right?
Yeah.
Like,
if anything, he might have had the response of, I won't tell anybody, just let me, because this was before Marco died. So
he hadn't had that growth. Coward,
so if anything, if that had happened, he might have been like, I won't say anything, I promise. I want to live my cushy life. You guys, nope, doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point.
Now, they probably would have still killed him.
Oh, but that's the other thing that's so sad, it's so scary, is just the fact that Marco is screaming for help. Well, tons of other people are dying around Tross screaming for help, obviously. So it's like, there's nothing special about Marco being the one screaming for help. And even if he screamed like Reiner and Bertolt are Titans, like he has like barely enough like sanity in his mind to stay stay like,
he knows he's gonna
alive.
die in 20 seconds. He's gonna get eaten alive.
That was just horrifying. And because it was handled like almost perfectly.
I absolutely loved that. There are a lot of times in stories where when they add in extra
context,
extra context, but usually a lot more character interactions and stuff, it feels like padding. And even if it's fun from like a sort of a fan servicey, like I love seeing these characters interact, right, it's something that in hindsight I end up getting kind of bothered by, but this is not one of those. Like it was fantastically done. It showcased even more why exactly Reiner broke, you know, because he broke pretty hard about. And they showcased that in the second season, you know, but this is like no.
One of the things that I find to be very compelling about the whole Reiner breaking thing here is the whole differentiation of a soldier and a warrior. Now, when you have a warrior, something that a warrior is very good at is basically autonomously being sent out and destroying all in their path. A warrior is someone that basically...
Or a soldier?
No, I'm talking about a warrior.
Oh, okay.
A warrior I find to be one that makes war. They understand it. That's where the word comes from.
We are both students of war.
Right. Yes, exactly. A soldier is one who essentially, in some ways, serves the warriors. Now,
they follow orders and march in formation, and
they are basically learning and are at the behest of those that are the students of war that make war. But here's the terrifyingly sad thing about that. Like this is so messed up. I hope you realize where I'm going with this.
That they aren't child soldiers, they're child warriors. Yeah.
And you think about what they kind of alluded to with the idea that if Reiner, well, one, if Reiner didn't do what he was being, told to do by the Beast Titan, he would give his armor to another warrior.
We know how Titan transference happens.
And we know how Titan transferring happens. So you realize what they're saying here, right? Do you remember when Ymir said, "I'm the only one that understands what you're going through"? We now know on some level maybe what she was alluding to. That if you guys failed, if you guys basically did this and screwed up or broke, orders, if you didn't do things the way you were supposed to, you're gonna get eaten. You're gonna get eaten. Like this other place sounds pretty horrible now. There are three compelling reasons as to why they're now really horrible. One, they use child warriors. Like, let's make the distinction now. Child warriors, not child soldiers.
Right.
Two, they have some xenophobic hatred, apparently, that they're teaching to the kids that are the child warriors.
To then go and just, what, is this genocide then?
Yeah. There's a general goal of, we kill everyone. Like, coordinate is primero numero uno because it's the easiest goal. Right. It's way easier than just killing everyone.
And when you have an objective like that, then you can try and look at, even if you're going to have to do a lot of horrible things along the way, you can at least look at trying to minimize those horrible things that you will end up needing to do, right?
But in this case, no, the kicking the hole in the wall was part of the... Yes,
extermination.
This is part of the extermination, but it's also part of the we sneak in through the chaos, but it's not only that. Yeah, right. It's the extermination thing. And then the third thing is that
if you don't,
we practice active cannibalism here because we see the Titans as basically just they're just the power that but that's the other crazy thing is that essentially the power itself would be transferred. Like the actual Titan power of the armored Titan is something that they'd be like, oh yeah, that's just what it is. And if we had someone eat you, it would just take it. So it's essentially like a suit of armor that's you will die in this suit of armor.
Hey,
if you fail it.
I respect the whole thing of,
dedication.
You live and die in this suit of armor and you never take it off. But still, that's
horrifying. And why would a kid ever do that?
Well, yeah, you know how I told you about that bit of fan art where it shows Bertolt and Reiner and
outside
Annie,
the gate,
outside the gate.
Bertolt is crying.
And Bertolt is crying, and he's got a knife, and Reiner's like, you can do it. It's okay,
Yeah.
And Reiner's like, no, or Bertolt's like, no, I can't. Well, then it's like, oh, maybe that's additional thing of you can do it, because if you don't,
they're gonna eat you.
They're gonna eat you.
Like if they're setting this up as kind of a thing to say these two kids, I'm assuming both of them are gonna die, just straight up here. This would be a very poetic, sad ending to their story. Because they fail. In some ways, also they provide maybe the stepping stone for humanity to break free and learn a little bit more about the truth of this world. But they're setting up in even a bigger way an even greater threat, an even greater antagonist by saying that, Reiner and Bertolt, yeah, that's a sad story.
Yeah.
And their story will never really be, finished.
It's unfortunate.
It's just unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah, they failed, or whatever, yeah.
And in some ways, they're kind of setting up also potentially one of them to be... at least the Titan, to be reborn in someone else, because they brought the whole syringe thing here. So
gotcha. I thought you were just talking about the whole thing of armor getting passed on. Well,
the armor could be passed on, yeah, but they're definitely going to be adding a new Titan essentially to their roster, eventually, because they brought the stuff, and if they're killing potentially two Titans and either one would be insanely powerful to have on their side. That's just crazy. But then we have this whole thing with no, they're a filthy, evil race. What?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
do I have to re-question like everything I've looked at thus far?
And there was the other thing that you wrote down that you haven't brought back up yet. Of the thing that Reiner said to Annie.
Yes.
If you and your father waiting for you to come home are any different than this filthy race, prove it right now.
Is that meaning what I think it means, y'all? Is Annie one of them, whatever them are, and they're like, oh, we've got you, like, maybe we've got your father held hostage, and that's why
she was constantly thinking about her father. She was
constantly thinking about her father, and basically being like, Annie, you have to do this. Like, you can do this. Your father believes in you. What were kind of the main things the father emphasized in those little flashbacks? I don't really remember the details, but I will go and rewatch it just now. There's so many things to recontextualize. Guys, this is one of my favorite things about Attack on Titan is that the world keeps getting peeled back layers and layers like an onion.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is that it's not something that I would say is perfectly paced out. But
sure, it comes in spurts and, you know.
Yeah, but they always give you a drip feed like every like 5 episodes or so.
Whenever they answer questions, they ask 2 more. You know, it's like the Hydra, cut off 1 head, 2 more shall take its place.
And unfortunately, it reminds me of shows like Lost that didn't end well as it could be. But the thing is that Attack on Titan's going so crazy right now with just how fast they're moving things, and yet they're seeding a potential bigger thing that's going on beyond any of this, where it's like, oh, you think Attack on Titan is ending soon? You think Attack on Titan has, like, you know, we're headed towards the finale? Oh no, this is just the beginning. We're just getting started.
One of my favorite things with Attack on Titan is to think about, like, you know, where it's at, both in the anime and the manga.
Okay.
And then to think back to the very beginning, episode 1.
Right.
And what the characters were like, what I was like when I first started watching it and everything, and it's just like, holy shit. Like, yeah.
And you're way farther ahead of me.
Way past
so
this.
like I'm just thinking back to that time and being like, I thought Attack on Titan was one of the greatest anime of all time. And now I've watched so many other anime and I'm like, Attack on Titan is like one of the most influential anime of our time.
Yeah.
And just to see it unfolding, like just in this glorious anime, I'm like, I feel so privileged. I feel so like this is so special. So y'all, I'm sure there are things I missed in this episode in terms of things to discuss.
Yes, there were.
Don't do that.
It's fine. It's fine.
You know I'm gonna go back and like rewatch things. But okay, so big thing to bring up is that we are closer than ever, I would say, to now like some serious character deaths. Because we have had everyone but the Beast Titan now make a move. And the Beast Titan making a move, I think, is going to be more exploitative of Bertolt and Reiner's move.
Right, because we haven't actually seen him do anything. Like, he'll put other pieces...
He threw Bertolt.
He threw Bertolt, you know, like, you know, he puts pieces into position.
Right.
But, like, you know, like, we still haven't seen him fight.
Yeah, he's playing shogi. He just just put his third most powerful piece from the trash.
And by the way, the opening, the reason why it's so important for you to close your eyes immediately is because the very first thing that it starts with is nuclear Bertolt.
Oh.
Like, and it's like, why? Why would they do that? Like,
and it's obvious?
Well, it's not obvious that it's Bertolt, but it's just, you know, the mushroom cloud going up, you know, above, you know, Shiganshina and just destroying everything. It's like... I mean, it's awesome, but...
And you're saying there's more?
Oh, there's so much more.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, y'all. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction discussion. I really would love to go on longer, but I can't. I actually can't, but
Don't worry. The future episodes will just give even more fuel.
More fuel. Oh my God. Yep. So y'all, if you want to see the full, wait, no, we don't have anything like that. So we're doing these live as fast as we can.
If you want to get on Discord.
If you want to be involved in the Discord discussion of things, we have 2 separate channels specifically for Attack on Titan. We have a manga you know, thing where
Still
he's
need to catch
involved
up.
in
I'm
that.
like a couple chapters behind, but yeah.
But and then we have an anime only channel where you can discuss with either one of us about things that's going on, so you get to be involved in the whole thing there, and that's pretty cool. There's also other links for early access and full length stuff that's for other shows, so check that out if you're interested. But yeah, if any of that it sounds cool to you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.